Just clicking on this video is already a filter. If you're here, it means you're not part of the 99% who hear the word manipulation, but never actually understand how it works. Let me be clear from the start. This video is not for beginners. There's no motivation here, no moral lectures, and no safe surface-level tactics repeated everywhere just because they sound acceptable. What you're about to hear is how influence really works when no one is watching, when nothing is being said, and when power is decided long before words ever appear. Today I'm breaking down psychological manipulation patterns that are used silently in real life. The same patterns Ayanokoji Kiyotaka uses, not to look intelligent, not to dominate conversations, but to control outcomes without being noticed. I've watched thousands of videos on this topic, and almost all of them stop at the same shallow layer because going deeper makes people uncomfortable. What I'm about to share isn't comfortable. It's quiet, subtle, and dangerous. That's why most people either avoid it or never understand it well enough to explain it clearly. If you stay until the end, I won't hype you up or sell illusions. I'll give you one guarantee. You'll stop just looking at people, and you'll start reading them. Most people think manipulation is about saying the right words, sounding confident, or winning arguments. That belief alone keeps them powerless. Words are visible. Power isn't. Real manipulation happens before anyone speaks, in timing, in restraint, and in emotional control. Watch how Ayanokoji behaves when others feel the need to perform. He doesn't rush to clarify his intentions. He doesn't correct misunderstandings immediately. He allows silence to exist because he understands something most people don't. The human brain hates uncertainty and hierarchy. Every interaction carries an unspoken question. Who is above whom right now? Most people answer that question accidentally. They explain too much. They justify themselves. They react emotionally to prove a point. Ayanokoji never does that. He lets people talk themselves into psychological exposure. The more they speak, the more they reveal priorities, fears, and ego. And while they're doing that, their own minds quietly assign him authority. Silence, when paired with emotional stability, becomes pressure. The brain cannot tolerate unresolved hierarchy, so it fills the gap on its own, almost always in favor of the calmest person in the room. This is black silence. Not silence as weakness, but silence as control. Not silence because you don't know what to say, but silence because you know the other person will say too much. Another layer most people miss is how black silence transfers responsibility. Ayanokoji rarely tells people what to do. He gives them space to decide, then observes which choice exposes them. When you don't guide, reassure, or validate, the emotional weight of the decision lands entirely on the other person. Humans hate carrying that weight alone, so they start looking for stability, and stability always feels like authority. This is why people naturally align around Ayanokoji without him ever pulling them in. His neutrality becomes a reference point. His calm becomes a standard. This isn't anime logic. It's the same dynamic you see in negotiations, interrogations, and high-level environments where the person who speaks less controls more. Ayanokoji doesn't force outcomes. He engineers conditions. People believe they chose freely, but the environment was shaped before the choice appeared. And because humans protect what they believe they chose themselves, the influence lasts. This technique demands patience, emotional neutrality, and ego control. You have to tolerate being underestimated now to dominate later. Most people can't handle that discomfort. They want immediate recognition. Ayanokoji doesn't. He lets others expose themselves while he remains unreadable. Once you understand this, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Who talks too much, who rushes to explain, who needs approval, and who collapses in silence. And you'll realize the most dangerous person in any room isn't loud, aggressive, or emotional. It's the one who stays silent, stays calm, and lets everyone else reveal exactly who they are. Black silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the moment control locks in and never needs to be announced. If you liked the video, you can support it. It's your choice. You understand the technique now, but if you want to learn how to use it the way Ayanokoji Kiyotaka does, watch this next.